Hello, welcome back. My name's Aisha.
And my name is Tonya.
So, this is our last session in this program that we've been doing. This is session 8, and we have been looking at how the torso moves, how our spine moves, curves and arches. We've been looking at the hands and arms and all the movement possibilities, and also how our legs move, legs and feet. So today we'll do a little warm up like we normally do, and then we'll just put these things into a little sequence. So that just means that we'll just have a little order of those movements, and we'll just do it to some music and repeat it. So hope you enjoy it. Let's start with our breathing exercise. So just find a nice comfortable position where you feel supported in the chair. And just remembering for our breathing exercise that we always breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So let's just do 3 breaths together. So first of all, let's just all breathe out. And just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And when you're ready, you can go to the second one, breathing in and breathing out. And third one, just breathing in and breathing out. So this time, let's include the hands and arms. So let's do our little pattern that we do, this little sequence. So we're going to start with the palms facing down, and we're going to make a circle with the hands as we breathe in. So let's just breathe out so we're all together. So just breathing out. Breathing in, make a circle with the hands. Turn the hands over and breathe out, and we have a little curve of the spine. So we look down. Bring the hands up, breathing in. They can come up high and cup together as if we're catching like a little butterfly. And then breathing out, hands can come straight down. And then we're going to breathe in and imagine that we let this butterfly escape. Breathing in. Here our fingertips can meet. Open the hands, turn them over and breathe out as the hands come down and fingertips meet. Bringing the hands up again, breathing in. Cup the hands together and just release the breath out. And we can have a wee shake. Very good. And then just let this shake go into the wrists. So it's like a flicking action. So remember, for this one, we have very active and direct shake. The palms are facing each other. So it's like a flicking action that comes from the wrists. And let your jaw be relaxed. And let the breath just move in and out of the body easily. If you kind of relax your jaw, if you have your mouth a wee bit open, then it just encourages you not to hold the breath. And as you do this flicking action, just let it resonate. Let it kind of move to the whole of the body. So I can feel it kind of going up my arms. I can feel it in my belly. I can feel it move in my legs, so a little bit. So you're not overdoing it. You're not moving everything, but just notice that this shake begins to actually start to activate the rest of the body. Great. And then just let it run out and just rest your hands, the backs of your hands on your legs so your palms are facing up. And just relax and just notice the change in your body now after having that, just doing that activity. Great. And then we're going to bring the hands up again and we're going to just shake them this way. As if we washed our hands, there was no towel, no hand dryer, and we just have to shake them dry. And then can you shake them a little bit away from you, a little bit further away from you? And then bring them in closer. Can you shake just one out? And then bring it back. And then shake the other one out. And bring it back to the middle. And then can you shake them to either side? So if you're a bit close to somebody, maybe you can bring them a bit forward. And then bring them back to the middle. And then can you shake them up? Back to the middle. Can you shake them down low a little bit? You can curve over. Back to the middle. Can you shake one up and one down? And then can you change over? And one more time, change over. One more time each side actually. Let's change over again. Great. And back to the middle. And just rest again. So just noticing the change in your body. I can feel a little bit of tingling in my hands where the blood has been really moving through now after all that activity. And we're going to go to the legs. Now we're just going to give the leg a little shake. So if you want to rest your hands and arms on your armrest, that's fine. Or if you want to sit back a little bit, I'm really sitting back on my chair because it feels a bit more supportive because I'm going to lift my leg. So you can just lift one leg and give it a little shake. Doesn't have to be high, it can be close to the floor. Just waking up one leg and let it rest again. And then waking up the other leg and rest and go to the other leg and shake the other leg. And now you could bring both off and give them a little shake. Shake both legs and rest. Great. Okay, so let's go to the head now. And let's have a little, just a look down. So your chin is coming towards your chest. It's not going to touch your chest, but it's coming in that direction. So you just look down. So this is the curve, the first curve of the spine, small curve. And then come back to the middle. And then can you look up a little bit so you have a little arch in the spine? And back to the middle. And now can you look to one side? So you don't need to overstretch anything. And back to the middle. You just take your time with this and look to the other side. Back to the middle. So that's the beginning of the rotation of the spine, isn't it? The spirals or twists when we look to one side and the other. Okay, but we just do it small to begin with. Then just go to the little tilt. So that's the sideways movement of the spine, but just the head for now. So just tilt one way, back to the middle, and tilt the other way, and back to the middle. Now let's just have a little circle of the spine, of the head, sorry. So we're going to look down a little bit, and then we're going to tilt to one side, and then we're going to go to the back a little bit, small movements, and tilt to the other side, and forward again. So we've made a little circle of the head. So you can try it the other direction now. So nice and gentle, nice and small, and really take your time with it. Great, so let's make these, let's include a little bit more of the spine and torso. So let's go a little bit further with this curve. So we're just looking down and now include the shoulder girdle, this upper spine, middle spine, lower spine. So you have a curve in the whole of the spine. And back to the middle. And a little arch. And back to the middle. And then look to one side. And now you can include more of the spine. And it's up to you how far you want to go. So you might just include the shoulder girdle a little bit. If you want to shift yourself a little bit on the chair, so your feet and legs don't have to be stuck to the chair. Your pelvis doesn't have to be stuck. So it's up to you. You know your own body. So you can shift a little to make this spiral or rotation a bit bigger. And come back to the middle. And you can use the armrests as well. And then go to the other side. And back to the middle. And then let's do where we do the sideways movement. So you can tilt and you can go a little bit more with the shoulders. You can let the arm drop. And just go as far that feels right for you. So you don't want to overstretch or overdo anything. And back to the middle. And then we'll go to the other side. And then back to the middle. And now just for yourself, you can just have a little spine dance, a little torso dance. So it's head and body, that's the main thing. And it's nearly like a bit like of a, maybe feels like a bit of a wiggle. Maybe feels a little bit like it's the movement of a snake. So you have all these curves and arches and sideways movements and rotations. And you just find your own way with it. So you don't have to copy what me and Tonya are doing exactly. You can find what's right for your own body today. And just let it come to an end. Great. So let's just go to one hand and arm and just take it on a little journey. So we did some hand, and we spent a session doing hand and arm dances. So just remembering that. So this hand and arm can have a little journey up high and can also travel down, back to the middle, or even go a little bit further if you like. And in the hands, there is 3 joints in the fingers, so that there's lots of mobility. And 3 joints in the arm. So wrist and elbow and shoulder joint. So lots of movement there. And rest that arm and go to the other arm and move. How can the fingers and hand move? How can the wrist move? Elbow joint, shoulder joint. And let this hand and arm go on a little journey. Front of you, beside you. Can it come up high? Can it go down low? Great. And then just play with both hands and arms together. And rest. And then just go to one leg and just move on one leg. You might want to shift yourself on the chair if you feel like you want to come more forward. It's up to you. So Tanya did a session with the feet and legs, and we were imagining with the foot that we were shifting, as if we were shifting the sand, like we're at the beach and we were kind of playing with the sand under our feet and moving it around. And the other image that we had for this movement was like a paintbrush. So we were painting with our foot. So we're doing brushes and strokes on the floor. And we were using different parts of the foot, the heel and the ball of the foot. And then the sides of the feet, the blade of the foot, the ball of the foot. And as we do this, the joints of the legs and feet are really engaged and supporting these movements. So the hip joint, the knee joint, ankle joint, and all the joints of the foot. And go to the other foot. And you're just finding, you don't need to copy exactly what we're doing, you're finding your own way. You're just moving your foot along the ground as if it's a paintbrush and finding different ways that your foot and your leg can move. Great, and let that come to net, and then go to the first leg again, and you can bring it a little bit off the ground. So it can go in the air a little bit. And rest, and the other leg. And rest. Great. So let's put these things into a little sequence. So we're going to start with the head. And I think I'm just going to give us a wee bit of music and I'll just talk it through. And then we'll just do it again with the music. We'll just do it through twice. Okay, so we start with the head. We're going to look down, back to the middle. We'll look up and middle. Look to one side and middle. Look to the other side and middle. Now tilt and middle and tilt and middle. Now we include the rest of the spine, so we have a curve with the whole spine back to the middle. And then an arch, so we just have a little look up, but this time we just open the chest and include the rest of the spine. and back to the middle. And now we can have a rotation, so we can look to one side and we can use the arm rest, and we can shift ourselves a little if you like to have a bigger twist, a bigger rotation, and come back to the middle. And then go to the other side. So you can start with the head but include the shoulder girdle and the rest of the spine. You can move the pelvis and your legs to have a bigger twist. And then we just come back to the middle again. And then let's go to the sideways movement. So we tilt sideways. And back to the middle. And you can go to the other side. You can just let the arm drop a little bit. And just go as far as what's right for you. And back to the middle. And then you can just have a little torso dance. So head and spine, and just mix up these curves and arches, sideways movements and rotations. So you can have a wiggly, snaky, flexible spine. And let that come to an end. And then you can just have a little hand and arm dance, just one. Let it go on a journey. Can go up high or can travel down low and rest. The other hand and arm can come out to the side, front or behind. Can travel up high or down low. Now we go both hands and arms together. And rest. And then we can have one leg has a little dance close to the floor, or it can come up above, so it can fly a little bit, float off the floor and rest. And the other leg. And rest. And both legs can be touching the floor or can be off the floor. And they don't have to do the same thing, they can do different things. So just your feet and leg dance. Now let's have an arm and leg dance from the same side of the body. And rest. And the other one. And rest. And then opposite arm and leg. Have a dance. And rest. And the other opposite arm and leg. And rest. And then arms and legs. They don't all have to be moving, but there's a possibility, so you can have all four of them, or just 3 or 2 or 1, and include the spine and head as well. And rest. Great. So let's go through it one more time, starting with the head. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Look down. Middle, up, middle. Side, middle, side, middle, and tilt. Middle, tilt, middle, little circle around. Now we're going to curve the whole spine and middle and arch and middle. Now we can have a little twist and come back to the middle and twist the other way and back to the middle. We can go sideways and middle and sideways and middle. Spine dance. 6, 7, 8. It's arm. Let it come to rest. The other arm. Both arms. Now leg. The other leg. Both legs. Now same arm and leg. The other side, same arm and leg. Now opposite arm and leg. And opposite arm and leg. And all the possibilities. So both arms, both legs. Include your spine and torso. Maybe it's just one, maybe it's two, maybe it's 3 limbs. And just find an ending and stillness. Great. So that's the end of this session and the end of this program. I hope you enjoyed it. You can always rewatch some of them or rewind bits and redo them. So thanks very much for joining us.